What if you could get a D1 offer by walking right in the front door? And you could skip all the DMs, emails, and phone calls. Well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you one of the strategies I mentor my varsity football players through that is a part of the Next Play protocol. Like Narcy Wickley, who used this strategy to get a D1 offer. Now, I'm not saying this is the only way or that this will work for you, but this is what's worked for me and a lot of our athletes, where we have an 83% scholarship success rate. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Richie Contartesi. I'm the founder of Next Play, and I specialize in transforming young, driven varsity football players into confident leaders, communicators, and businessmen so they can ultimately secure the best football scholarships possible. And I make these videos because I understand the struggle firsthand. At just 5'7", 150 pounds, I managed to secure a D1 football scholarship in the SEC at Ole Miss, and now I want to share the journey and lessons I learned with you so you can live your dream as well. Also, I have a gift for you if you stay till the end. Now, in order for this to work, there are a few things you need in place. Number one, you must have your varsity highlight tape set up properly to convert coaches, meaning coaches need to be able to watch the first 30 to 45 seconds and be hooked at your potential. I'm not gonna go over the details of how to set up this in this video, but I will be posting a video on this shortly if you wanna subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. Number two, you need to make sure that you go at the right times of the year. You can go during any period except the dead period. I'll throw up a graph on the screen now that shows what you can and can't do during different periods. However, if you wanna learn more about how the periods work, I'll link a video in the description below. Number three, you have to target the right schools, meaning you have to target schools based on your current highlight video that will be most likely to give you an offer. I also created another video that walks through how to choose the schools that I'll post in the description below as well. And lastly, number four, you need to be eligible and preferably have above a 3.0 GPA to make it easy on the coaches. Now, with that all out of the way, let's jump right into it. Step one, your first step is to spend some time doing research. Since you're taking the time to travel and go there, you have to truly gain a deep understanding of the football program, including coaching staff, team values, recent achievements, and most importantly, areas of need where you can contribute. For example, if you're a linebacker, you need to know the defense that they run and how your skill set can help them become more successful and how you can fit right in. It's so important to understand that it's not about you, it's about them. I can't emphasize that enough. Athletes spend all this time pitching coaches and sending them all this info about themselves, but never talk about the coach and what they need or want. It also really helps if you've already applied and if you have already been accepted. This is a huge bonus. Either way, you want to make sure to bring your transcripts, have your varsity highlight video ready to play on an iPad or a computer that you can pull right out at any given moment, as well as letters of recommendation. Step two, ask for the right coach. Every school is different. However, most of the time, it will not be a position coach, coordinator, and definitely not the head coach. You'll want to ask for the director of recruiting or player personnel. These are the frontline staffers who will evaluate film first outside of your area coach. With that said, they're also always in the building. And if they like your tape, then they'll go and get your area coach, position coach, all the way up the chain. Now, when you go matters. We found it best to go first thing in the morning when coaches' minds are fresh, and bring donuts. It's a simple thing you can do that will attract their attention. This will be a great icebreaker and shifts the focus. Step three, your pitch. It's time to craft a really compelling opener and elevator pitch that summarizes your background, achievements, and what you can bring to this program specifically. And it will go something like this. Hey coach, my name is your name, and school name is my dream school. I know you're super busy, and I'm not here to ask you for a scholarship. I'm just asking for 2 minutes of your time to watch my video. Now, your tonality really matters here. You want to make sure you go up like, I know you're super busy, and I'm not here to ask for a scholarship. I'm just asking for 2 minutes of your time to watch my video. There's a 99.999% chance the coach will say yes. In fact, we've never in the history of doing this had a coach say no. Then Then, as you're pulling out your computer with the video ready to play, you're gonna give your elevator pitch, where you talk about them and how you fit in and how you can help them succeed. And as they're watching the video, you wanna ask questions like, are you currently recruiting linebackers for the 2026 class? And what does the recruiting process look like from here? You wanna keep them talking and ask questions that sell yourself. At this point, it's all about your conviction, and your conviction comes from confidence. So how do you build confidence? Well, you know you have the right elevator pitch, you're saying the right things at the right times, and you've practiced this over and over and over again. Exactly like you practice on the field, you have to practice your business skills off the field. I know you're probably skeptical of this strategy, but coaches always say they wish players were more like you and cared this much and took initiative. We have athletes all the time who execute this properly and get PWOs as well as full ride scholarships to their dream schools. This is why we spend so much time with our next play athletes focusing on developing communication skills, marketing skills, as well as sales skills, while others are focused on just going to camps or saying things like, coaches will just come to me. Now, I'm not saying those don't work for a small percentage, but in some cases, this is the best way to get things done, especially if you have a really solid highlight video. Now, I did promise that I would give you a gift, and so I'd like to offer you a free copy of my book, In Spite of the Odds, where I share in depth, step by step, the system I use to earn a full Division I athletic scholarship in the SEC at just 5'7", 150 pounds. I share a lot of the mistakes I made and the things that I also wish I would have done differently. So I poured my heart and soul in this book, spent about 2 years writing it. So if you'd like a free copy, just click the link below, and all I ask is that you cover shipping. Step 4 is confidence. The reason athletes don't walk in the front door is because of fear of failure, rejection, and what people think about them. However, with the NIL and the portal, the recruiting process is now a sales process, which means your son has to treat himself as a business, and if he doesn't learn how to overcome fear, he will more than likely end up playing not where he wants to. Plus, the best part of developing all these skills is that it'll set him up to go after anything he wants in life after the game, instead of settling for less or average like most people do. With these skills, you'll crush job interviews, start a business, write a book, whatever the hell you want to do, because you'll have the experience, the skills, the intangibles, and you won't give a crap about what anybody else thinks. This is why we spend most of the time not just on the tactics of earning a scholarship, but why I focus on transforming young varsity football players into confident businessmen who don't allow fear to control their life and go after what they want. And step 5, next play. Make sure you have next steps lined up before you leave. Now, a lot of athletes do get offers on the spot, but you still want to be prepared if you don't. Don't just leave with the coaches saying, we'll get back to you. Get their cell phone numbers instead of just giving them yours. Set up a scheduled time to speak again. Bottom line is, have your next play planned out with the coaches and make sure you have their direct contact info. Also, after each visit, send personalized thank you notes to the coaches and staff in the mail, reiterating interest and appreciation for their time. Yes, snail mail, handwritten. Now, if your son has varsity game film and at least a 3.0 GPA, and you're interested in learning more about how I mentor varsity football players, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can learn more, see if it's a good fit for you, and apply. Lastly, if you got value from this video and you would like to see more videos just like it, consider subscribing and hit the bell notification. And if you want to see a video where I share the real reason 99% of athletes miss out on D1 football scholarships, then you're going to want to watch this video right here.